I'm Siri, your virtual assistant.
I'm Siri, your virtual assistant.
Good evening.
Alright, you lot, welcome back to yet another episode of Football This Week. This, of course, is the series where I bring in the best and more frequently the worst of what football has to offer on social media over the course of a week. I've been getting a lot of comments recently saying it's been 33 episodes or something and there's no face cam still. I know a lot of you know what I look like, but I don't think the general public is ready to know that I'm not a ginger white kid, but I'm in fact mixed race. I've given my cover away. Did we rewind? But if you do want to know what I look like, then for the love of God, follow me on social media. I'm begging you. Now, realistically, we all know where I'm gonna start this week. Liverpool beat Manchester City 3-1. It's a glorious occasion. I can just end the video here. It was nice of Sky to invite Vincent Kompany on to do some punditry. I will be honest, right, this game made very little sense to me overall. It was frantic, it was back and forth, which kind of played into our hands. We took an early lead through our Fabinho wonder strike. The thing is, we went 2-0 up at a time where we were getting absolutely peppered for the whole first 15 minutes of the game. City were just wasteful. I guess it shows that it's not always important being on top for a long period of time. Sometimes you gotta be underneath, and sometimes it's fine if it only lasts like 10 seconds. So I guess I'm in the money now. It keeps up an incredible statistic that I have scored as many goals at Anfield in my career as Sergio Aguero, who hasn't scored any, but like that's immaterial under the circumstances. Now, I'll be brutally honest with you, there was a lot of VAR controversy in this game. I know, shock horror. Has there been an FTW yet where I haven't talked about this? There was multiple occasions. The first of the handballs that was talked about was against Trent Alexander-Arnold, but in the build-up it hit Bernardo Silva's hand first. That's why it wasn't given. Nobody seems to be talking about that. Bernardo Silva himself wasn't too happy though.
At the time it came off of you. If I speak, I'll be in trouble. I don't want to speak.
I could have sworn I've heard that before.
If I speak, I am in big trouble.
Is this just something that all Portuguese people say? You learn how to say hello in English, how are you, and then I prefer not to speak. In terms of the other decisions, Salah was clearly onside, and then in terms of the second Trent handball, I don't even know. I thought that was a penalty, but it wasn't given. In fairness, to me, Trent has proved he's just as good in goal as Kyle Walker is, so to be fair, the website for VAR gives a really good description as to how decisions are made. But at least when all is said and done, VAR got this one right. Respect is the only correct decision, but it turns out KSI wasn't the only black don swinging fists about this weekend, because Joe Gomez and Raheem Sterling got in an altercation in the game, which then spilled into international duty. Thankfully, we've got some exclusive audio of what went on out on the pitch.
Come on, come man! Mock that, hey, what are you doing? Move! You're pussy, innit? I see the machine gun on my leg, and that ramping with you, no fuck with me!
So, in essence, there was a bit of a kerfuffle in the game. I love that word. I should say that more often. There was a kerfuffle in the City-Liverpool game. The next day, Sterling and Gomez arrive at training. Sterling confronts Gomez, grabs him by the neck, leaves a scratch on his face, and Raheem Sterling gets dropped from the team to face Montenegro on Thursday.
Let's fucking have it.
For some reason, Sky wanted to investigate this as some sort of murder enquiry. It's not CSI, lads, alright? You can put the fingerprint detailing away. To be fair, I was expecting Shannon Briggs to just arrive out of nowhere in the middle of the handbags.
Let's go, champ!
Listen, fair play to Joe Gomez, because anyone who's ever had this trim in their life is clearly a maniac. Raheem's brought out a statement sort of explaining the whole situation and apologising to Joe and the rest of the team. I'm gonna be honest with you, I think this has been blown massively out of proportion. Yes, I understand it is completely unprofessional. I hear that. You should be able to separate club football and, you know, football for your country. But is it not a good thing that he's passionate, so passionate about what happened with City v Liverpool? Again, I'm not saying he's right. I'm just saying that I don't think people should be questioning his character. If anything, it shows he's extremely determined and, again, extremely passionate about what he does. I'm not gonna lie, I'd rather have someone who cares that much than be able to be pally-pally with them the next day. Regardless of what I think, the Daily Mail are going to be loving life seeing what's happened today. Sterling was rattled, so was Pep Guardiola against Liverpool. Mate, how many goals did you lose by again? Sorry, if you could just remind me of that one real quick. I love the fact that he shook hands with the referee so sarcastically. It was like a parent shaking a teacher's hand at parents' evening after a bad report, knowing they're about to slap up the child when they got back. Everyone's saying this result has determined the league. There's 24 games of the league left. Why is everyone saying it's done and dusted? An image showing how much players get fined at Chelsea based on misdemeanors went viral this week. £20,000 for being late for the start of training. It's mad to think that even if I was a Premier League footballer, I'd still be poor. Chelsea also posted the Premier League table on Twitter this week, and conveniently it ended at P14, which is where Tottenham are. Housery Award it's on its way in the post, lads. Also, shout out to Sheffield United, 5th position, literally the best team in the world.
A bit of silence from now before the kick-off. A bit of silence will now be observed to reflect on...
Mate, are you sure this was a good idea? I don't feel like it was very sensitive. Listen, you're literally a poppy. How much more respectful can it get? We didn't put a poppy on him, take him back. The following segment of the show contains severe amounts of cringe. Please look away now if you have cringe-sensitive epilepsy. That's not a thing. Who gave me this script? That's not...
Talking of dabbers, that's a dab, but you probably don't know what that is because you're an old fossil.
You see, you know that title that I did for FTW last week? I don't think it's correct anymore. I've always known table tennis was the superior sport. Now, Arsenal played Leicester in the Premier League over the course of the weekend. To be honest, right, Arsenal were actually a little bit better in this game, but in a second, Leicester scored their first and Arsenal capitulated after that, ended up losing 2-0. In fairness, as much as Arsenal are kind of bad, this Leicester side is actually ridiculous. My favourite thing to come out the game is probably this though, can't lie. Lion King power, I guess you could say. Despite everything going on, Unai Emery was invited to the UEFA Elite Coaches Forum this week in France. Elite waffler, maybe, elite manager, not entirely sure. We are drawing the last matches. We can see those matches negatively because we didn't win, or positively because we didn't lose. I've actually had enough with this match. What is he talking about?
What do you make of what you've seen this evening? Good evening.
No, that's enough. That's I've seen. He said it again. Leicester fans were chanting you're getting sacked in the evening. Even Sevilla's admin got in on the act as well. I'm sorry, I've just never come across a man that's this much of a meme. It's actually impressive. Leicester's ground staff had a great time of things as well. This is a very impressive pitch. This is Rebecca Vardy levels of grass. Adama Traore has sparked confusion this week. The Wolves winger has decided that he wants to play for Mali instead of Spain, which is all well and good. However, Mali already have 2 players called Adama Traore. Last year, one of them was substituted for the other one after scoring, and then the other one scored. You could genuinely have a hat-trick of Adama Traore goals, and it's 3 different people. Spain have announced that the Supercoppa de España will be played in Saudi Arabia for the next 3 years. The Supercoppa de cashing in on the Middle East to take advantage of oil money doesn't really have the same ring to it, though. Meanwhile, there's sad news down in the Championship because Neil Warnock has left Cardiff via mutual consent. I'll always remember him for his fondest moments, and I'm sorry, there's something in my eye, I swear. In Germany, Frankfurt captain David Abraham was sent off for bodying the manager of the opposition. I can't show the clip because the Bundesliga are very hot on copyright rules. When the ball went out of play, the opposition manager from Freiburg, who's 54 years old, I think, was kind of in the way, and the Frankfurt captain in the final minute just bodied him to the floor. After that, a brawl breaks out, Abraham's sent off. You watch one YouTuber fight and suddenly you reckon you can spark out anybody.
Agita sempre, como é óbvio. É falta e o cartão, obviamente, que está bem assinalada, está bem admoestado.
Now, I'm not an expert, alright, but I don't think you've yellow carded the correct person. Listen, it was someone in this general vicinity over here. I'm just gonna slap a bucket out. But you guys know the drill by now. This is still 0-0, and this is a segment where we take a look at the best of Sunday League action. And this time, we're over in America. Contrary to popular belief, they do actually have Sunday League football there as well. It's just called the MLS.
Now it's Hassanian cutting inside, crossed in towards that near post, falls for Megbo. His back heel from the ground is into the net.
Wait, what? Is this a clip for still 0-0 where there's actual quality going on? Have we turned the corner? Are we seeing amateur football being held in a high regard and showing serious ability? Yeah, no, we're not. Sorry about that, lads. False alarm. We've got a rare sighting of Tesco Bag Man in the crowd at this football game. Not the best of superheroes, I'll admit, but he's at least somewhat effective. I don't really know who's running Erling Haaland's Facebook, but a post asking what team he should leave his current team to go to in January is probably not the best of ideas. I don't even have anything funny to say about this clip. I don't understand what is going on here. And finally, in a game between South Korea's under-18s and Singapore's, it's nice to see that Singapore had some sort of optimism at halftime. 6-0 down, but there's still plenty of time in the second half. It's still 0-0, lads. 45 minutes left to go. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to wrap up football this week, and I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, then slap a like on this video and subscribe if you're new to the channel. It's the big red button under the video, and it massively helps me out. You can also follow me on social media. It is at @theofficialfng on Twitter and on Insta. But it's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a wonderful day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.